Avi Meyers, NTNM Extras. Check us out on the web. You can go to ntnm.org. Sonny Hirsch, our entire technical crew for NTNM Extras is, he owns, has the website. All this stuff is on YouTube, so you can check it out there. Jamie Hirsch, his daughter, is the actual producer of this show. And thank you so much for joining us. And one of the things we're trying to do is give you an idea of the background of a lot of the of some of the candidates. Sometimes the campaign managers are actually more interesting than the candidates. And one of the things is candidates can come and candidates go. Of course, some will be in politics their whole life. But the fact is, a lot of the campaign managers, they're really like political junkies. We'll find out what Jesse's story is. But some people just get addicted to it real quick and go from there. But anyway, there's somebody I met who is the campaign manager for both Abby Fishman Romanek and Stella Black, is Jesse Greenberg. Jesse, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Avi.
My pleasure. And another person, by the way, I think we initially met through Facebook.
That's right. That's right. Power of social networking.
Yeah, and I got to say, for politics, it's terrific. All my friends on Facebook, I haven't met half of them yet. But the fact of the matter is, it's like, when I look at my Facebook page, it's like a stock ticker. Okay, this county board candidate said that, this county board candidate said that, this person's at this event. It's just kind of cool.
Well, that's actually how I got started in politics, to tell you the truth. I was very interested in social media and its impact because what we were seeing in 2008, the presidential level. But I thought it could have a real impact starting in state, local, and county races. So I started to really follow that, actually, and looked very specifically at it during the 5th District congressional race, the special election when Rahm Emanuel left. And followed that race very closely through the eyes of social media. So that's kind of how I started in my political career.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So so that's recently. That's just a few months ago. So
yeah, well, it's going on about a year ago now.
Okay.
And then from there, everyone that was starting to gear up for the 2010 race started to get moving. And I had a friend in Abby Fishman Romanek, who I met through some Jewish communal work, and she was interested in running for judge for many years, and told her a long time ago that when she was ready to run, that I would be more than happy to work with her. And sort of the stars aligned, and the place I was working for, I had left and moved on, and became her campaign manager full time.
And this is the first time you're
And the first time in a paid capacity, yes.
Oh, I've done lots of unpaid things myself.
Exactly.
And you know what? We'll take one candidate at a time. Why don't you tell us how has it been to work for? How is it to manage a campaign?
Sure.
Enjoying it?
Oh, I'm loving it. This is I couldn't ask for a better vocation. So working with Abby is wonderful. She's really a very special candidate and a friend. So it's been a real pleasure working with her. She knows the lay of the political landscape really well. I'm there more to sort of advise and help her on the ground. But she really is a lot of the brains behind our strategy. And it's been pretty effective so far, I think.
Very good.
Yeah.
And you've got another candidate, too.
That's right. I have a candidate who's equally impressive. Her name's Stella Black. She's running for Metropolitan Water Reclamation District. It's a countywide race. Stella has really just an incredible experience and story. Her husband died at 39 years old. She put her kids through school. Before that, put her husband through college, then put herself through school, moved up to Chicagoland area some years ago, and started a business, a property tax consultancy, and has been very active in the community through the National Association of Women-Owned Businesses, the real estate, the Chicagoland, the real estate community, and now serves on a community outreach board for the Illinois Treasurer's Office. So has been very active, involved in different capacities for a long time, and is really, I think, a stellar candidate. She's going to bring, I think, a very keen mind in terms of being a fiscal watchdog for the taxpayers to this board.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I've been getting some emails from her the last couple of days. So
good.
Anyway, good luck with that. That's
Yeah.
So first of all, you know what? So she's running for MWRD, Abby Fishman Romanek. Am I pronouncing that right?
You got it right, yes. Abby Fishman Romanek.
Because I blew it when I interviewed her. She corrected me after the interview. It's always better if you get it right first.
Yeah.
So she's running in the 9th Judicial Sub-Circuit.
That's right.
Which is basically Rogers Park, West Rogers. Well, you give the boundaries.
Yeah, so it basically goes from Devon Avenue north, so East Rogers Park, West Rogers Park, and then actually in East Rogers Park it juts south down Sheridan Road to about Thorndale. So going north from there, it includes all of Lincolnwood, all of Skokie, all of Evanston. It goes west to about Greenwood Avenue and Glenview. That includes also pieces of Morton Grove, Niles, and Northfield.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting area, that's for sure.
Yeah, the sub-circuit is actually a very large area, and when you think about judicial races, most people who are running for judge kind of do this by themselves, and it's a tremendous job. And one of the reasons I was very attracted to working with Abby was that she was very committed to running a participatory campaign. And so what we've been doing in terms of voter contact has been what you would see, I think, from anybody that would be running for an alderman or a state rep or something of that nature. And so I think we've been trying to use that model for a judicial race, and it's been, I think, so far pretty successful.
Very good. Now, you want to give, let's give, just trying to time this out right, because you've got two candidates and I'm juggling this.
Sure.
I want to talk about you two. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Well, I grew up in Skokie, sort of a local product. Went to Niles North High School and then actually played baseball for 2 years in college.
Really?
At a small school in Missouri called Truman State University. It's a Division II school. And was there for a couple of years. Ended up getting hurt. Not maybe the college experience I wanted, so I ended up transferring to Madison, Wisconsin, University of Wisconsin-Madison. And then from there, I have been working in the Jewish community in a number of capacities, mostly in issue advocacy. Then when I returned to Chicago after a brief couple of years in New York, I went to a graduate program at Northwestern University doing marketing communications, and really was sort of the only person in my class who had an interest in marketing communications, and I should say was not interested in doing consumer products or going to work for an advertising agency. My interest was always public policy, politics, elections. So I was looking to apply a lot of those principles to this field. And from there I worked in a public affairs agency for a brief while and find myself here now.
And by the way, one thing I want to add that I found, it turns out that his wife, I saw on Check Please, Galit Greenfield is a pastry chef, and actually is looking to do kosher stuff, which is kind of cool.
That's right. She's trying to provide a sort of a different high-end flavor for the kosher pastry market in Chicago, and she's got a great website. She actually was in the Daily Candy, too, for doing baking and pastry workshops, and we've had kids come over from the local Hillels and whatnot to learn about sort of Jewish cultural life in Israel, and she does all this stuff from her home or goes to other people's homes. So it's been a good experience in the year that she's been doing this.
Cool. Now, why don't you give people actually 3 different sets of information if they want to contact you, stuff for the Abby Romanek campaign, as well as Stella Black.
Yeah, please check us out on the web. The website for Stella Black is voteforstella.com. The website for Abby Romanek is www.advocatesforabby.com. And if you want to contact me, please do. My website's not up yet, but feel free to email me at jgreenberg8, like the number 8, at gmail.com.
jgreenberg8@gmail.com. I want to wish you a lot of luck with the campaign.
Thanks, Abby.
And thank you for coming. And you know what? Meeting guys like him make it a real pleasure to cover politics. And anyway, thanks. And thanks, Sonny.